Perez. Drescher. On the gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Gate Podcast. Derek Drescher, Geo Perez back in the building. Happy Independence Day.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
even
no,
though
it's past
it's
that.
past, but
We
still
passed
happy.
that. Yeah.
Happy.
I mean, we've been going for almost 3 weeks now. I got a few DMs from people thinking that we stopped, we quit. And I was like, nah, man, we just, Derek's sick and I just got a PS5. So
Yeah.
we've both got serious stuff going on in our lives that, we had to put ahead of this podcast.
We're gonna start live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah. We're gonna start playing the. Oh well, there's the thing, right? Because so much has happened, right? Like in the last 2 weeks, so like World War III was about to happen, then it didn't happen. Diddy was found not guilty. The Department of Justice is saying that Epstein didn't have a blackmail list, that was all made up, and he wasn't murdered. And also, I got banned from PlayStation Network and chess.com for calling somebody.
1 week in.
2 days,
He
2 days
couldn't-
apart. 2 days apart from each other. I
Wait.
got the message.
You were banned from
So chess.com, I'm banned for 30 days or
Chess?
60 days.
Chess.
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 Yeah, I call some kid chat.
Yeah.
CHEST.
Just
Chess.
Chess.
And so I called somebody. I was playing MLB The Show, and I called him. He was like messaging me, and
He was
I was like, "Yo, get out."
antagonizing. He was antagonizing.
All I said was like, "Yo, get out of my DMs, you." And he's like, reported.
So you know what the worst part about that is? It's a bigger issue. Is that he was being antagonized, and once he stood up for himself and stood on business and
you
called
stood your ground.
yes, called the man a
Yeah.
homophobic slur.
Yeah, we're playing
Yeah.
a child's game. Why are you fucking coming up in my trying to
Can
trash
you,
talk?
can you close your DMs? Can you turn your DMs off?
You probably can. In
probably.
settings, I would imagine.
Okay.
so.
I should actually.
Yeah, dude, anybody who's ever messaged me while I was playing the game, I've never even opened it.
I've never played online games, but isn't that the world for the N-word?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I heard.
That's
It's
when you're
where-
on the mic.
Yeah, I mean, having played Call of Duty in its heyday, I would say that it was forged there. And
Yeah.
It was forged in
the
fire.
N-word was forged and sharpened in the Call of Duty lobby. Steel sharpens steel.
Yes,
Dude,
yeah.
even
Fight
if,
fire with fire.
dude,
Yeah.
it was
But that's
insane.
the one place that white people can get away with the N-word is in war.
Yeah, when I had
'Cause
an
people
Atari,
are
I just had
dying.
to say it in person. You know?
Oh, dude, going to like a local COD tournament and just saying the same shit you would say. is-
Now,
That would be funny.
yeah,
when
with
you
the
would go
bullhorn?
to a local COD tournament, would there be a bunch of you playing the game at the same time, like in the same
it's a LAN
vicinity as
party,
each other?
yeah.
Really?
yeah, it's everyone goes to like one specific like retro game shop or like when I was a kid they had it at this community center that they just had 4 TVs and they were like, all right, we're doing a bracket style tournament, and it was pretty fun.
Oh, you would
Yeah.
just play each other in that tournament?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
I lived in the middle of nowhere, so I was like, I'm the best guy in this quarter of Arizona.
Oh, wow.
Were you really good?
I was good at Halo 3, but like my buddy Andrew, who you've met, fat
Yeah.
piece of shit, but
The Mexican kid?
yeah, you can call him that.
Yeah.
I won't. But he was honestly insane at Halo 3. And my buddy Richie he was like probably top 10 in Arizona at Smash Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
They were able to break it down by state.
Yeah, the Smash Brothers circuit is giant. Like
Millions and millions of people.
yeah, people go like fucking crazy for it.
Smash Bros. That meant something else when we were young.
Yeah.
That's how you made friends.
Ask your mom, Tristan.
Yeah. Oh no!
Don't you bring
Don't
Shannon
you-
into this?
Don't
Sorry,
you dare!
Shannon.
Shannon is a sweet,
I'm sorry,
sweet
Shannon.
woman.
Shannon's a good lady.
She's a
sorry,
good lady, and her husband will fuck you up.
I'm sorry. I only
What's his
said
name
to you
again?
because
Bradley.
Bradley
Derek
will
could
bust
beat me
your.
You best watch your ass when Bradley on the block, cuz.
Yeah. You
I had
better
to
watch
say it
your
to somebody, and I looked at Darren. I was like, no.
Bradley's looking for you.
Yeah.
I'm only about 10 pounds heavier than Tristan.
Oh,
No, I met your folks at Christmas. It was funny. We were just a bunch of Jews
I know.
hanging out on Christmas.
I
Wait,
know.
you're Jewish?
Yeah, technically, but we don't. We
Fucking
didn't
knew
do.
I knew why I didn't like you.
We didn't do.
I couldn't tell what it was.
we don't do the Hanukkah stuff, guys. It's
I couldn't
Christmas all the
tell-
way.
I thought you were just regular white, like white trash white.
Yeah, I'm white trash white. We
Bo-
never did
Poser,
Hanukkah.
you're a poser. I don't know that.
Bolenstein.
So you don't
Bowling
observe.
Steve-
You're not like an
Bowling
observant Jewish person.
No, not at all.
No, that's what makes you Jewish when you don't observe.
Right.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah.
Not again. Yeah.
What are they doing in Gaza? I'm not observant, but I'm sending funds.
Is it still wild over there right now?
It's a party.
It's a land party.
Yeah,
It's a landmine party.
Some describe it as lit.
It's an actual Call of Duty land party.
Well, the one time I went to Israel, the missiles were being fired in from I believe the West Bank. It was happening. You see them like popping in the sky. And
No kidding.
Israelis taking them. It wasn't like scary though. Everyone was like, "Ooh!"
Did you see those comics were over there recently, and they were in the shelters and everything?
What, they got trapped over there?
Yeah, Brian Scott McFadden and Aaron McGuire. They were in the bomb shelters.
What's her name was there too?
The
Was that
show
the-
went that bad.
Judy Gold.
That was the name of the club.
Judy Gold.
Judy Gold was there?
I think Judy Gold was there too.
Wait, so she was
They could've left her
performing
behind.
for
Dude,
the
she's such-
IDF?
Yeah,
She-
some. I'm
Judy
not saying
Gold-
IDF.
It's IDOF. It's the OnlyFans comedy.
Judy Gold's like 7'2".
She's a big one.
Yeah.
Point guard?
Yeah.
Point guard.
No, but she's probably more like I'd say power forward.
Power forward,
Yeah,
center,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure. I was in a short film with her. I just remember when she stood up, I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
It's
she's
a
big
feature
lady.
length.
Tristan's on fire.
You sure it wasn't Judah, born Judah, and then turned Judy?
Maybe Judah Freeland.
Judah Gold.
I have
Judah
never
Gold.
seen both of them in the same room before. I will say that.
Judah Freeland.
I think Judah's smaller. I think Judah looks up at Judy.
Who was the I forget their name. He was married to the Kardashian mom. What's her name?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn, she was there too. She was
Yeah.
stuck in the
Oh
bunkers.
Yeah,
wow!
I
Yeah,
heard
she just
about
had a
that.
glass of wines and they're fucking big chilling.
Oh yeah, she was in like a top-ranking bomb shelter.
Sure, yeah.
She was looking rough, though.
guys.
Is Caitlyn Jewish? Caitlyn Jenner?
The Jenner, no. Jenner's, when he was Bruce, he was just a regular old American.
Yeah, was
Just
that
a
thing was,
regular old white
Irish?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an Olympian, man.
Yeah. He was on the Wheaties box when I was a kid.
Does Israel have an Olympic team?
Of course.
any kind?
Yeah.
They were murdered at one. The whole team was murdered at one Olympics. Remember?
Oh,
Munich.
yeah, that's
Munich.
right.
Yeah, in Germany.
Munich,
They killed the
yeah.
whole.
Damn.
The whole team.
Palestinians.
Run it
Yeah,
back.
damn.
Yeah.
Run it back.
There was a great movie about that called Munich. It was amazing.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Eric
so
Bana.
Munich's a good movie.
I didn't know
you should
they had
watch it.
accounting in the Olympics.
I think there was
Like
like
the one doing the scores
Yeah.
the entire time.
He got
He was
gold in
PricewaterhouseCoopers.
filing taxes.
Yeah, where do you think they get the gold medals from?
You get one silver?
Yeah, you get one, you gotta split it.
You find out they were clipping the gold medals.
they were making them.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a nice.
You open it
nice
up and it's
medal.
chocolate.
Yeah.
God damn it, this is gelt.
The wild. You've ever seen like the documentaries about it? Like that Palestinian guy pokes his head out. He's got like a ski mask on with like the knot at the top. He's like,
Oh
looking
yeah,
around.
the news footage.
Yeah, it looks like Call of Duty footage.
footage.
It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
kind of tight.
That's
so
wild shit.
they asked for a helicopter, and then I think they blew the helicopter up with the Israeli Olympians on it.
No. Most of the Olympians got killed in the shooting. There wasn't many hostages.
Oh, I do remember this now. God,
It was.
yeah,
I think
I'm
they
so-
There's
killed
only like 4 or
most of
5
them.
left when I went to the helicopter.
I don't know how many hostages. Can you check that, Tiana?
I think there was only like
Sorry,
12 people
I know you're on Instagram right now. my
on the
bad.
whole Olympic team.
Sorry to interrupt you.
She's playing Royal Kingdom, dude.
Oh yeah, that movie was Eric Bana.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was
that's
basically
right.
about like the Mossad. Like, he was
Okay.
in the Mossad and shit.
Oh, so
That's why that movie's so badass.
the Jeffrey Epstein prequel.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that you could tell is not real about the movie is they act like they just went and got like a bunch of like regular guys or some guys that
Yeah.
had some military experience, and then they were like, "This is what you're gonna do." And
I'm
they just-
sorry, I was on Instagram. What did you want me to Google?
Check about the Munich hostage situation. See how many of the hostage people survived.
Okay, cool.
At least she talks.
Yeah,
Jorge,
no.
Jorge doesn't talk.
And it's a pleasant voice to hear. Imagine hearing Jorge's voice or Dom's.
Jorge be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. 30
I
minutes.
just feel like
later.
I'm bothering Jorge if we ask him for something.
Oh yeah.
And he's a great guy. I'm not trying to shit on him.
Well, he has
It's a-
way bigger shows to work with.
It's 11 people.
Survived.
Yeah.
11
okay.
survived.
No. Sorry. You said survived?
Yeah,
My bad.
11 were killed. Right.
11 were killed.
I think
yeah.
I think they killed the whole Olympic team. They really fucked them up.
And they still got bronze.
for the.
It says resulting in the deaths of all 11 hostages, as well as 5 of the 8 terrorists and 1 German police.
So they did blow up that helicopter.
God damn.
Yeah. So they wiped out the whole Olympic team.
Damn,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you brought up Caitlyn Jenner and didn't talk about her manager / girlfriend, whoever she is, death.
Wait, what was
happened?
that? I didn't know about
yeah, so Caitlyn Jenner has girlfriend, manager, whatever. She doesn't want to specify who this girl is. But she was on an ATV on Caitlyn's property and supposedly crashed into a car, was flung 300 feet, and died.
that. Was Caitlyn driving the car?
fucking
No, but
Mach
this is
7?
on
Was she on
Caitlyn's
a-
property.
What are they?
Is she on a fucking Ducati?
And this
Yeah.
but this is the second death around cars with Caitlyn.
Yeah, with Caitlyn.
Because when
I
she was
know.
right before or after she transitioned, she hit someone and
Yeah.
and they died.
yeah.
Yeah, women can't drive.
yeah.
That is crazy. 300 feet, you're right. Like,
Yeah,
was
what's
she on
that
like
real-
a rocket ship? What the
what's
fuck?
that real fast quad? Is there like a quad racer? Yeah.
That's like Mario Kart level.
Yeah, that's fat. 300
Well,
feet. Shit.
Well, she got a star. And she thought she was invincible.
What's that in football field? What's that? 300 feet.
300
That's the
feet.
entire football field.
That is
She went to the
one
other
entire-
side?
That's 100 yards. She flew a football field.
So the quad Hail Married her
Yeah.
down the field.
I would say maybe she went 2/3 of the way in the air and then the rest she kind of rolled.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way she didn't yell, yeah!
So she collided into the rear of a 2016 Mazda 6, which sounds awkwardly specific.
placed.
She
Must have.
plunged approximately 350 feet down a cliff and was
Oh,
pronounced
damn.
She's in the
dead at
Hollywood
the
Hills.
scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Caitlyn lives in Malibu.
Yeah, what was that Mazda 6 doing so close to the cliff, man?
That's a great advertisement for Mazda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, so was
Mazda
the,
6. Kill your girlfriend,
When
maybe.
it all comes crashing down.
was
Yeah.
the girlfriend trans or regular? Like what was?
She was trans as well.
So it was born biologically a man, then became a woman.
Yes. The also the weird thing is right now she was 29 years old. Caitlyn transitioned almost how long ago? A
10
decade ago at
10
least?
years ago?
Almost.
Yeah.
So that
something
means
like
that they were together and flirting or whatever this relationship was
she
when
was
she was
19.
like 18, 19 years old.
And was a man.
No, was a woman. She transitioned like early. She got early
Like 9, 10?
care. I don't know how early, but by the time Caitlyn transitioned and made this girl famous, she had already transitioned.
Really?
And then she succumbed her to a quad
So,
death.
Yeah.
hold on, just so I could get it right.
She might have been
the girlfriend that
ready
just
to talk.
died was born a male.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
Her name was Sophia Hutchins.
Why
ATV all trans vehicle.
No trans.
I don't completely understand that because they're both men. And then
They were.
they were both men and then they became women. And
So
then,
they're lesbians. They went from gay to lesbian.
But Caitlyn still, from what I've seen Caitlyn say, still has a piece.
Does
Yeah.
she still have?
I don't think Caitlyn's had bottom.
that's a
Yeah, I
gold
don't
medal
think they
piece
went
right
that
there,
hard.
boy.
Yeah.
It's a triathlon piece.
Yeah.
That thing, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
that,
a personal choice for them.
that thing hang low too.
Sure.
Gold
got
medal
you.
piece and silver titties.
And then Caitlyn's also like Republican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Big
told
MAGA.
Ellen to her face she doesn't think gay people should get married,
Yeah.
which is boss, which is tight. That is a cool thing to say. Is sitting there in a dressing room like, you're scum. You shouldn't adopt or do anything.
You're weird.
Yeah.
The Bible says
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think that's strange behavior at all or no?
No. There's been stranger behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
that's been
what-
around for a while because there's always been like the trans people back when you could call them trannies and shit, or she-male, or what was the other one? There was like hermaphrodite. No,
Lady-
hermaphrodites.
Hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite is like a
Boy.
medical term.
That's like a medical
Yeah,
term.
yeah,
Well, they've
hermaphrodite is actually
they've
biological.
changed that too, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's
Just
also,
moving the goalposts.
That's also become a slur. There's
Oh,
another.
oh, okay.
There's another word for it. But yeah, hermaphrodite means you have.
Yeah, because hermaphrodite
The other
is
word for it is
trans. It's trans, but it was God that did it. Instead,
No,
of,
you were more than trans. You were both. You had male
You're the
and
perfect
female
human.
genitalia.
You were mid transition.
Yeah.
You stopped mid transition.
Well, it was like, I guess, yeah, they had like some type of dysphoria where they had both genitals, but neither were completely formed, and like the doctor picked,
Right, which
like at a young age.
which
Like
one
I
it
think
would
that's
be?
what happened with that Olympic boxer.
Oh, the lady.
Yeah, the lady, but
Who?
she.
But
yeah,
didn't it come out that it was a man?
No, it
No,
was she had always identified as a woman, and people were just very mean about it.
No, because
They're like,
something
"Look at
came
this
up
fucking
recently.
butch."
I don't know if it was just a meme I saw, but I saw something on X where they were saying that it just came out that they were lying and that she is a man.
Well, I think it's one of those situations where the doctor had a dealer's choice and chose woman. 'cause
Fielder's
that
choice.
That seems like the easier thing to choose.
Yeah, I would
If-
imagine that they
yeah.
look at the genitalia and go, "All right, this
Okay,
one's
yeah,
the
it's
one I'm
easier
going
to
to go
go,
with."
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Pretty nice pussy and it's a little dick. Why?
So she's probably like little shades of a man, you know what I mean? And that's like here's the thing is I feel very bad for trans people when they are actually like of that situation.
Yeah.
You know, and not just somebody who's mad at their dad. You know what I mean? Who just
yeah.
like I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna transition sort of thing or like
Yeah.
whatever it seems like.
Bring
Bruce
this
did.
up at your golf tournament next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, there was a lady at my church that was a hermaphrodite, and that's how I found out where hermaphrodite was at church from my mom, because she was just like being like spreading the tea about all the older ladies, and she's like, "Oh, that lady right there can't keep a man because they pull her pants down. She got a little dick." Oh, and she's telling me this at church. We're in the pews, and she's like telling me this.
In
I'm like,
God's house?
in
God's
Jesus'
house,
house, in the house right in front of the
That's hilarious.
sacrament,
Your
the holy
mom being like,
sacrament.
"Hijo,
Yeah.
you know this one right here? That's so
And then I
This
went
one.
up and received the holy sacrament right after.
I'm going to start going to random churches and just saying that about people.
Spreading rumors.
You see that?
You know
I don't
Becky?
go here.
Just
Becky?
tap the guy behind you. In
Yeah.
front of you.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
have a
Becky's on
Hasidic guy on a
OnlyFans.
big hat. Like, knock, knock.
Yeah, damn. That's unfortunate for them.
You would be not a bad looking Hasidic.
I think that's the biggest
look
insult I've
Hasidic.
ever heard in my entire life.
Could you see him with the
Yeah.
red pajama and the curls?
I would put the sick in Hasidic.
You'd be one of the better looking Hasids for sure.
I mean, thanks.
I feel like I would look just like Harvey Weinstein if I were like Jewish.
You have
you
no
shave?
Jewish in you at all, Humphreys?
No, I took a 23andMe and 0%.
You could probably got African in you, I would imagine.
Nope,
No?
not one bit. I was so happy.
You want some African Indian?
Jewish or black?
No, I was kind of surprised by that too, because usually everybody comes back like
Yeah, you
like
some
0.1% sub-Saharan, and mine
Yeah.
was like, nah, you're Norwegian and
Oh,
German.
you're like a Viking.
Yeah, Norwegian, German, and like French, a little English. All just like the whitest countries
Yeah.
ever
Of the Caucasus Mountains.
of the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude. I've been playing God of War. That's like Norwegian shit, right?
Well, I think maybe this one is.
Thor.
A lot of it was Greek and Roman.
No,
though,
the
right?
first
Yeah.
one, but the one I'm playing now, that's all like Thor,
Yeah, it's
Loki.
Yeah,
Nordic.
Thor,
Yeah, those are the
Odin,
Norse
and
stuff.
Yeah.
You look like one of the characters in the game.
The guy who fetches soup for everybody.
Yeah.
Potato peeler.
Soup fetcher McPussy. He sit there and he cries all game.
But he got a tiny
Hodor.
body.
Yeah.
Hodor.
You been having fun playing the game?
Yeah. I can't play the show for a week, but I still got God of War.
So you called the
Batman.
kid and then they said you can't play for a week.
Yeah, for hate speech.
Wait,
So
is it just online or can you play?
I can't play on any PlayStation online games.
Oh, online, but you can still play like a hard copy.
Yeah. I can play the game itself.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, when I play the show, I only play people online. I don't like playing against a computer,
Right, gotcha.
so I can't do
Okay.
that. So
You can
it's
just
only a
sharpen
week.
your knife.
Yeah.
Just get good
Whittle.
against the
I
computer.
mean, the computer is way easier than people.
Yeah, it is. It's
Just
so
set-
easy to predict.
Yeah, set the computer to the hardest difficulty possible.
That's what I did.
Then you get back in the game and you realize that guy is way better. Call him a slur again.
Yeah.
And then the cycle restarts.
I think I'm gonna just go with Sissy next time.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
what the cutoff. I was just
Or
thinking that.
weirdo.
What's the cutoff?
Can you just type an asterisk instead of an A?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I
Do
might
F,
do that.
asterisk, 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 asterisk.
Or no, just all asterisks. Like, yo, get out of my thing. All asterisks, because then they can't like, oh,
But make it like 3 longer than any other like racial slur
yeah,
could
make
be.
it a weird number.
What if
like
you
it's
just mix-
17 asterisks?
What if you just mix the
Why did he
letters up?
say to me?
See, I would
Yeah,
mix
put
the
it, put
letters
an N with 20 asterisks. You don't know what I'm saying.
up. Spelled GGATOF.
And it has like spaces for
Yeah.
different words, and at the end it's just R, and you're just like, what even happened?
Oh,
there?
just asterisk to F, like what Derek said. Just asterisk to F and Ogget.
Yeah. Which is probably means something bad now too. You know?
Yeah, I don't do the online games, but I got kicked off Twitter. I can't
Why?
get my Twitter account back. So I called Joy Behar a stupid bitch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's she?
Who's she?
From The View.
The old lady.
Yeah.
I agree.
Which was like stupid on my part. Who cares? I don't think she cares, but it was just like. But also, isn't Twitter like? I logged in there, just to like read stuff every now and again, and that is a hellscape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why can't I? I called a celebrity a stupid bitch for saying she said people in Ohio deserve to die for voting for Trump, and I'm like, that's a dumb opinion to have.
She should have been banned for saying that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it was anti-Trump, so they let it rock.
People, you call people stupid, they get upset. I called one of my friends stupid today. We were talking about baseball, and he got fucking mad. Like,
Was he being stupid?
Yeah.
100%. He said that the pitching rotation was fine, and I said anybody who says that is either blind, stupid, or both. And he goes, well, I guess I'm stupid. And I said, you are stupid, and you don't know shit about baseball. And he went,
Oh my God! For a nothing in life New Yorker, that is worse than any sort of slur you could hear.
Yeah,
You know nothing about the Mets.
yeah, that's what I told him. I said, go be a Met fan. That's what I said. And he didn't grow up here, so I said, you probably grew up a Blue Jay fan. And then he got really mad about that, which is crazy.
Wait, is he Canadian?
No,
Oh,
he grew up in
okay.
Buffalo, though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like sometimes I see that calling people stupid does upset them. Sometimes I don't. It doesn't bother me
I'm on the
because I
fence, get you
consider
banned.
myself stupid.
I like it when it's addressing someone. Like, say someone's across the room and you're like, "Hey, stupid," and
Yeah.
then they just turn around.
Everybody just looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you half the room would look if you yelled that out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm. My wife calls me that all the time. I'm just like, what do you want, dear?
I call myself that all the time.
Yeah.
Every morning I wake up, oh, I'm so fucking
It
stupid.
really does depend on who it comes from. Because if it comes from somebody who's also stupid, you're like, "What the fuck are you talking to?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might think you're stupid too.
I mean, you're not a Rhodes Scholar.
So listen, I call somebody stupid, they call me a cunt back. I go, that's fine. I may be a cunt, but you're a fag, right?
Right.
You're not even a baseball fan.
give
Now you're just a regular.
You'll give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah.
Did he ban you for a week from messaging him?
So I think I'm banned now. That's what
He just muted you.
We're banned from messaging people about baseball.
I'm banned from iMessage
Because
for
of
a week.
baseball. Look at that. We have different levels of love for baseball. Like he'll call his friends stupid. I'll call strangers.
But back in the day, even a couple years ago, if someone was to call me a cunt, stupid, or even they were joking about comedy, like, oh, you're not that funny, like, I would take that shit so personal.
Yeah.
But that had remnants of my old life where, like, oh, you can't say suck my dick to me, you can't do this. So now I'm just like, I'm just going to roll with this stuff. Like, I've been called a cunt so many times in the group chat for my opinions, I just let it roll off my back.
Yeah, I've learned after a long time because I didn't grow up in the internet age. Like a lot of these young kids are used to getting called
Yeah, and the comments and
shit.
stuff
Yeah, the
like
comments
that.
and everything like that. And I would like on TikTok or something like that or Instagram, somebody like, you fucking suck. And I go look at their page. I start commenting on all of their shit. I'm like DMing them. You want to fight, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Like, some idiot in fucking Tennessee or whatever.
You stopped doing that, though, right?
Oh yeah. It doesn't do any good.
I got into like one with a guy who was like he saw my shit and I guess
The thing is, you're diabolical, so you probably rocked his world.
I hit him with a good one.
All right, tell him that one.
So he was like, so he was texting me. He's like, "You're not funny. You're a fucking terrible comic." And I looked at his page, and he was a coach of an indoor baseball group. And
I like this guy.
And I'm like, oh,
He
I'm like,
seems like a cool guy.
like- guy.
at least I'm not doing indoor baseball, you fucking loser. I'm like, how high are the nosebleeds? 40 feet
that
up?
will crush
Whoa.
me.
And I'm like,
Well, what if he lives in a cold place and he wants to play baseball year round?
I'm like,
You
way
know,
to hit him
that's-
into the fucking rafters, you dope.
I'll never
And-
fuck with you.
I like
And-
this guy's dedication.
And then I saw in his story, that he was working out. I'm like, nice dumbbells, dumbass. And he's like, these aren't even dumbbells. And I'm like, I see one dumbbell in this photo. Hit him with a dumbbell.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did he end up apologizing?
No, he never messaged me again. I think I flamed him.
You did.
I showed it to my girlfriend, and then we had sex.
Nice.
She was so wet.
Damn.
She was so wet. She's
She's
like,
you got him, baby.
she shoved my phone in her pussy.
She's like, call me now.
Yeah.
That was what was that one fucking? Remember we posted something. Somebody said somebody was like, Derek, he's not a good father, and what was the?
Oh,
other
that's
thing?
what I said. That was
No,
my
that
message.
wasn't you. Was it you?
Yeah.
No.
But Geo answered that comment. Well, he's like, "Damn, these bots are getting pretty personal now."
Well, yeah, because that's always my issue is like, I would never go on, like, I can't play music, and I would never go on somebody's, like, page and be like, hey, you suck at music if you're clearly better than me.
Yeah.
So if you're, like, going on somebody's page and be like, you suck at comedy, it's like, why don't you try it?
Yeah.
You know, and also, too, the other thing is, too, is, like, man, like, if you, back in the 90s or whatever, you handed me a note in class and said, you're a I'd be like, all right, we'll see after school.
Yeah.
You know, like
Flagpole.
if you can't say it in person, don't say it online.
Yeah.
But that's the place.
That's
for,
where I took it too far today. I go, would
Yeah.
you like to speak in person?
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
You have to stop fighting people over trivial
I didn't
shit.
fight anybody.
No, I know, but
I
this is the
said
second time
He's
in like
just
2
threatening
months.
them. It's a difference.
This is the
It's a
second
big
time
difference.
he goes to a fucking kickball game and blows a gasket because what? You didn't fucking win or some shit?
When was the kickball? No, that was
Was it
softball.
softball?
Yeah,
You should have
you
just
think I
said.
get an
You should
argument
have
over
just said kickball. You should have said kickball.
Yes.
You should have said kickball.
Yes, I do think you get in
You
an
should have said
argument over-
softball. You made it worse.
I did put on a fundraising kickball game last year though, and I did get very upset at one point. But we raised some money.
He started screaming at the
Was it
cancer
com-
kids.
was it comics?
No, it was for people who are experiencing homelessness.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
The money you raised just went to your bail for
Well,
fucking punching a ref.
I was umpiring, and I was just like, Jesus, you guys are horrible. Like, fucking, come on, man.
It's a bunch of bald kids with leukemia.
No, it wasn't like that.
sucked.
They were regular people. I would
Breaks their
never-
ankle when they kick the
Why don't
ball.
you get out of that wheelchair and prove how tough you are?
Hey, Wheels!
How the fuck would you miss that? It's just a kid in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Are you gonna kick it?
Get out of the chair and slide to first.
Swing your legs with your fucking hands.
You know how to work that thing?
Just
We
zombie.
run out every kick here.
Yeah. Figure it out. No, Tristan's right though. I do explode too much.
You
Still.
spaz out like a weirdo.
Still. I've been doing better in public though. You saw that video?
Yeah, you showed me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you're like, no, look at this. It's fucking bullshit. And I just see like 4 comics putting their arms on your chest, and you'll be like, no, and another thing. And I'm like, just
And
get
fuck
out.
this N and this N, mother old N ass bitch and this. And I was
Who'd you
like,
flip out on?
This
The
old
umpire.
black guy.
Oh, okay. All
This
right.
old 80-year-old black guy who's probably been through like civil rights movements and shit.
Well, he told me, he's like, I forget what street he said. He's like, I'm from this street. And I was like, I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm like, Sugar Hill? She was from Sugar Hill in Harlem. I was like, oh, so you come from a town of junkies and homosexuals. Like, what is that? What?
That's the block you're repping?
Yeah, that's what you Sugar Hill. Real? That's. But that almost.
The only
got-
thing that comes from Sugar Hills is fiends and queens. Which one are you?
Looks like you got some sugar in your tank, son.
You put the sugar in Sugar Hill, old.
But yeah, no, that did get a little fucking too. That got stupid.
You see, if you would have just kicked some dirt at him, it would have looked all like baseball.
That would have looked
That's-
baseball.
Yeah, the thing is, you were just like, fuck you up, motherfucker.
I didn't say
And
that.
the old guy was just like, I'll punch you in your throat. And Derek's like, I fucking dare you.
I feel like I'd be able to defuse you in these situations.
No, you wouldn't. He'll
Yeah,
push you to the side.
No, because I feel
No,
like
ragdoll you to the side. Clyde was-
Gio's right.
Clyde was having trouble with him. You think you're going to hold him back?
No, I just met him, but he does seem like he has the energy to diffuse. a situation
You would have to
like
do
that.
some
Diffuse
goofy
what?
ass shit.
I would look at you
A
and be
lady's
like,
hair?
You would have to do the goofy.
I know how to
You'd have to like
diffuse.
be like do some goofy ass dance.
I'm like your emotional support friend.
Yeah, you'd have to do some shit like that. That'd be.
I honestly think if we're in this situation, I would look at you and be like, what are you doing?
I feel like you look at me and you say something, you'd be like, shut up and kiss me. You say something like that.
Yeah, you just walk in and I'm like, we better kiss right now. I swear to God, if all this anger isn't put into a passionate kiss.
That would probably break me.
I
Who
think-
knows? Maybe I'd kiss you and go right back at what I was doing.
Nah, we'd be there for a minute. You'd be defused by the time. You'd be defused and freshly cummed.
And gay.
Yeah, and gay. You'd
That's a
fucking-
whole new
you-
set of issues.
Yeah,
that
you
I'd be upset
get in the
about.
car with the umpire, go back to Sugar Hill, where you belong.
Yeah, no, Tristan's right.
I feel like I could.
I'm getting better.
Either
though.
that or you'd use me as a weapon against the guy. Like,
That's
you would
also-
just Hulk out, pick me up by my ankles, and throw me like a spear.
Like Krotos, just grab the back of your skull and push you into the other guy's face.
So it was like
I
I
love God of War.
I pushed JC about half a block that time when he tried to.
Oh yeah.
Mendoza?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't like upset at him, but he was trying to get in between me and somebody else.
Sure.
And then
sure.
I just took him with me.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
And then
Okay,
did
I
the
can
old
see-
swim move at the end.
I would just climb you. I'd backpack you.
That
Stop it. Just
And
in
then
your
both
ear.
of you get stomped out. The guy just comes up and kicks a back.
You know, it's just never really worth it.
Then the
you know?
guy's like, "Yo, I got jumped." They're like, "It was more than one guy." I was like, "It was one dude, but there was another guy hanging on his back."
I think he was whispering stuff to him.
He's telling him what to do.
Just helping him out in the fight. I think he was the brain and he was the brawn.
Well, he would have started a GoFundMe and got $25 from me, probably.
Yeah.
Have you been donating to GoFundMe's?
We talked about this
Yeah,
last
we
time.
did.
Yeah. Where I gave 2 to 2 different comics and I regret it entirely.
Never again.
I've
Yeah,
never done
Never again. No. These comics better start getting cancer for me to give them money.
Yeah.
from
I was
now
about
on.
to say, we can just do that. You can just put a GoFundMe out for
Yeah.
like. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've jumped the mic several times, and each time I'm slowly going to suck my own dick.
You've been what?
No,
Tighten it
I
up.
keep on. I don't know which
Oh, I
thing
thought
it
you
is.
said
that
you.
knob
I
right
thought
there,
you
yeah.
said you've been jumped several times. And I
No,
was like,
that's what
Tristan,
I heard.
why have you not told us about
No,
this?
every time I get
We
the
will-
mic stand, I'll start going like this, and then I slowly start to suck my own penis as it droops down.
That's why we loosen them up.
I know it's gonna be flexible.
We like to test people.
I could have swore Tristan was like, I've been jumped several times. And
No,
I was-
that would be fun. I mean, like, by the third time of getting jumped, I feel like I would know my way around it to where I'm like, protect this and try to reason with them.
Has anybody tried to do anything like that to you since you moved here?
No, I don't think I've gotten in like.
I hope nothing like that ever happens. Wolfgang got robbed at gunpoint in the projects in
When?
Brooklyn. It was like a.
Why was Wolfgang in the projects?
He was cutting through, which is a normal
Yeah, okay. fair
touristy
enough. Yeah.
idiot thing
Thing
to
to
do.
do.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
not
this seems
do
like
that.
a shortcut.
Yeah,
That's
now
exactly
you
what it
walk
was.
around the block.
It was a shortcut
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Dude, when I lived in Astoria for like 30 seconds, I bought a bike to get me from the train station to my house because it was like a 20-minute walk. But when I came back from doing sets, no one was out. And it was only the scariest people that I
Really?
would see like on the other side of the block, just like 4 guys just chilling out, and then they all stop talking and look at me while I'm walking past, and I'm just like, nice. I'm gonna get on a Huffy and fucking sprint home.
So you'd ride, chain the bike up, and take the train?
Well, I was gonna do that, but then my apartment flooded, and we moved back to Manhattan. So I'm in my safe Upper East Side neighborhood where I know the homeless people.
You know them by name.
What the fuck is the
Oh,
name of
there's
that neighborhood
Stinkfoot?
again? What's the name of the neighborhood up that you live in?
Yorkville?
Yorkville. Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You could
What cross street?
normal people. What are you in the 80s?
Apartment number?
Yeah, York Avenue and
Uh,
80-something?
no, 89th.
89th.
Yeah.
It's not a bad neighborhood.
I know, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's nice up there.
Yeah.
I know. I spend way too much money for my apartment.
Well, it's more affordable than the rest of the city.
I know, and
Yeah.
I just it's getting more affordable. It's weird. Like some of the places up, like I'd say off like 90th or 91st, or like it's fucking like 20, 21 for a 1-bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm trying to get everyone to move to Manhattan. Brooklyn is dead. Leave it.
Yeah. I live back in the East Village, and I'm paying $3,000 for a fucking studio with a bed loft.
This
that's
is our
stupid.
willow.com. This is
Yeah.
brought to you by
No, people need to know. Like when I wake up in the morning,
Wait.
if I sit up too fast, I bang my head off my ceiling.
Didn't
Like,
you?
that's-
You didn't move back in with?
No, we don't live together anymore.
But are you dating again? Kind
We are.
toxic. Yep.
We're both
Well,
poison.
last time, I'm not trying to air your business
No,
out.
no.
Last
Oh,
time
you
were
got
like-
you got Tiana's attention. What's up?
Tiana.
No, I was
last
going
time-
to talk about the apartments, not your relationship.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
But Is it loud in your neighborhood, Derek?
Yeah, if so I live right above a gay bar.
Oh.
And I, it's
That's
funny.
why I moved there.
Yeah.
All I got to do is look out the window and take my pic.
Yeah. Hey, boys.
And I live on the back side of the gay bar.
I bet
Everything
you
you do is
do.
on the back.
His grinder app is set to the first floor.
I just set my grinder
just set to
12
5
feet.
feet.
12 feet.
Yeah, you get in trouble because you keep running for a good
Hi,
time. Go
boys.
upstairs.
You tell them, meet me in the bar. You have a robe on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a Jewish tunnel right to his apartment.
Oh, yeah. No, I have a pole.
Yeah.
Slide down the pole.
You're a gay Batman.
No, I was gonna ask, as a fellow hot-headed New Yorker, how you deal with a loud ass apartment. Because I moved out of my last apartment because I lived on the corner of a cross section between that noise and the actual noise that my neighbor was making. I went insane. Like I punched holes in the wall and shit like that.
It's
a whole long
the
thing.
gays
Don't-
make me laugh because they do like they do like karaoke and they do a lot of shows like there's like drag shows there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, hey girls,
Yeah,
like
very
you
dramatic.
hear them like I can literally hear everything.
Yeah.
It's wild on the weekends. They start early.
I can hear
and
everything.
late.
I put a cup to the floor.
That's why I like the South, where the gays are quiet.
What's wild is that I lived in that same building on the second floor, and it was more now I live on the third. It was more annoying on the second floor, but I deal with it, I think, just as best as I can, but I will say that it does have an effect on me to where like it builds up throughout the day, and then the dumbest thing can set me off.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask, because I was the same way. It was like, well, my neighbor was violent and it went to a place, but
My neighbor's violent too. He beats his girlfriend like every night.
no, my neighbor was mad that my walls were thin and would try to start fights with me through the wall.
How old was this person?
She was crazy. It was
Was
a
she
girl. No, she was Trinidadian.
Was she from a New Yorker? Was she a born and raised New Yorker?
I have no idea. I lived there a year. I saw her once. She tried to fight me. It was a whole thing. But yeah, that's why I asked, because I was just like so overstimulated. And I'm from New York.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it was so loud on that corner that I was just so overstimulated.
There's been evenings where like I need something from the store, so like I'll go out, and if it's like a Friday or a Saturday, it's fucking insane. Like you can't even walk. I remember when I went
Without
out,
getting recognized.
dude. No, I wish.
Hi, Derek.
Oh my God,
Daddy Drescher.
I didn't know.
Outside.
Oh, I didn't check the calendar. Is it slip and slide Sundays?
I know how to rile you up.
I went to get milk. Believe it or not, I was
Yeah.
Should have went to the fucking bathroom in there, dude.
I needed milk for my coffee in the morning, and I remember I just stepped outside. I mean, the sidewalk is just flooded, and
With cum?
Yeah, it's just cum, condoms everywhere.
It was a
poppers.
river rapid of cum.
No, but there was girls in nice
Whitewater
dresses
Rapids?
doing push-ups in the street, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I mean,
here?
East Village is fucking wild.
It's
man.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Nothing's like the Bronx, though, man. When I dated that girl from the Bronx, whenever I would sleep there, like literally at 7 a.m, there's 30 guys in front of her building blasting music in those those little fold-out chairs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a hood rooster?
Yeah.
But they were selling crack all night too, right?
Probably
Mine's
selling
down.
drugs all day, weed, everything. And and you had to keep the window open because the heat wouldn't turn off. So you just had to 7 a.m, sun shining through with just not from 7 to like noon.
So she had an apartment like even in February it would get so hot you had to open the
Yeah.
window in the house. Yeah, I used to have an apartment like that too.
God damn.
Like the heat just wouldn't turn
Like
off.
if if -10 you open the window and it would balance out the fucking temperature.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I do that with
steam
my
heat.
place now. Yeah, the steam heat and everything like that.
The
but-
steam heat be like,
Yeah.
You live in a fucking boiler room?
yeah, and then you start cooking, boy.
Oh yeah. My neighborhood's so quiet. I live in Queens.
What
so-
part of Queens you live in?
Sunnyside.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It used to be a
qui-
shithole.
Yeah. It's quiet as hell.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes I hear my neighbors like working out. That's about it.
My neighbor who lives across the hall from me, and he used to date the old lady that lived downstairs across the hall from me, and he used to abuse her, like all the time.
You just apartment hopping?
So no. So he lives on the third floor, and he
You
was
sure
dating.
that wasn't an echo?
It wasn't an echo from my apartment. So as soon as I moved back into
He's
the
like,
building,
"Hey, shh, hold on." They're
and I've
fighting
been gone
downstairs.
3 years. No, I would never fight in my apartment. Never. They ain't gonna fucking. I'm not gonna show them the real me.
Only in her place.
I'm like, hey, we don't raise our voices in here. All right.
Nowhere where my name is on the lease.
Raise your voice again. I fucking dare you.
Let's take this to the kickball field.
So that lady moved out as I was moving back in this time. But he had her spun the fuck out. She was just always nervous. Like if you ever saw her in the hallway, she wouldn't make eye contact. She was moving out when I left. So whatever new girl he has, he's been like fucking slamming up against the wall in the hallway. And I was looking through the peephole the other day, and I was like, man, I should say something.
Should.
But I was more worried about my cat. My cat was scared.
Oh, you got to fix that baby. You got to help that baby out.
Yeah.
You got to hold that baby.
Yeah. I also don't know, like, I just know how bad it could get if I was to get involved. Because
Yeah,
I have no emotional tie to the woman,
No.
but it's still wrong.
right.
And also, you're frightening my pet. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
You got
call
a
me
moral
that.
compass.
I hate when you call me that, bro.
You're just
That's
petting
fucking-
Geo in your house.
You're scaring Geo right now. Stop. He's on fire right now on the show. We're playing co-op.
Yeah, when I lived in Flatbush for 6 years.
Oh, that's wild.
Poking out my back.
Yeah. Especially like anytime around the West Indian Day parade.
Oh.
You know, it was fucking nuts.
I lived at the entrance of Prospect Park.
Oh, okay.
So it was like the park, the cross section, the halal truck, my
Yeah.
neighbor, the everything.
Yeah.
And there would be people like preaching Jesus outside. It was so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older, but like I'm from Bushwick. I know what noise is.
Yeah.
That toco was every day.
Right.
And now I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And those are the good days when they're playing like that Perico Ripia, like that fast merengue. It's like like that shit. That shit drives me crazy.
Dude, when I was growing up, I would just hear gunshots, but that was just because I'm in the middle of the nowhere and people are shooting empties on their fucking back patio. So
Hey, you grew up in Arizona.
yeah,
Did you ever come across a skinwalker? Have I ever spoke to you about this before?
What's a skinwalker?
dude, what?
Because that's the Navajos, right?
Yeah, wouldn't that be everything I fucking talked about?
So
if
never?
Yeah, never, dumbass. What do you think? Didn't you see an alien out there? Oh yeah, my bad. How did it not come up?
I don't know if you talked about it. Maybe you were scared about it.
What if I bring you aside after this? I'm like, meet me here at midnight. I just pull out files.
I have so much to tell you.
I have so much to tell you. I didn't know you knew.
Now,
I'll tell
even
you
though
the
you
green
never
room
saw
when
one,
nobody's
did you
listening.
ever meet anybody who's... Do you know what a skinwalker is, Derek?
It's like an alien who's wearing human skin.
So yeah, it could be an alien. Could
It's a
be
Navajo
like,
demon.
It could be a Navajo demon. Some
Right.
people are saying the
Could be a
alien
president,
sightings have something to
A
do.
congressman.
Did you ever meet
politician,
anybody that said
a
they saw
Mossad
one?
agent.
Side agent.
Not
Bibi
someone.
Netanyahu.
Not someone who is reputable.
So some old crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, no, like if I was in trouble, I wouldn't call the guy who told me about skinwalkers. But no, we would hear coyotes all the time, which when we first moved there was weird because
Oh, that's right,
like
because you lived in upstate New York first.
no, I was born in Florida, then we lived in Chicago for a little while, and then we moved to Arizona for like most of my childhood.
Oh, I thought you lived upstate. My bad.
No, my parents did. My parents do right now. That's where they're from.
Okay.
Yeah, but we would do the coyotes sound like my mom told me when she first moved there. It's like it's fucking midnight. Why is there like a group of high school girls out like hanging out and it's just coyotes laughing and crackling and shit like that? They go out in packs.
I heard that they try to sound like humans so they could eat them.
That's incorrect. Where do you get your information from, man?
Some of them use explosives.
Yeah, what
Catch
witch
their
doctor
animals.
do
That's
you
what I
talk
heard.
to?
Yeah.
And just be like, have you been taking your chicken bone supplements?
I heard.
Yeah, coyotes not that smart.
I
You ever
heard the
watch
coyotes will
Looney
be out in
Tunes?
Arizona. They'll be like slay, and then
Yeah.
holding up a wooden sign.
Yeah.
Slay.
Your hair's on fleek today. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you gosh darn coyotes.
come outside.
Yeah, but we had like coyotes, javelinas, all that.
What's a javelina?
It's a big desert pig.
Really?
Yep.
Like
Do
a,
they have
Damn.
horns, little husks?
Yeah, they got little tusks and stuff like
Tusks.
that. They're kind of cute, but they will fuck you up.
How big?
Yeah,
do
they
get?
fuck people up from what I hear.
Yeah, they get like 200 pounds. Like,
Regular pigs could fuck you up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a big animal.
Well, the
Like,
difference between a pig that lives on a farm and a pig in the wild, I think it's once they go back into the wild, they become feral. They'll grow their tusks.
Yeah. They
And
can
all
go
that
far-
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we were trying to get a pig into a trailer once. And that fucking we had to use like wooden pallets, and it was tackling us into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Oh, you guys were on the side of it?
Yeah, we were trying to
Yeah.
like lure it in, but it knew like pigs are not that dumb.
Well, they knew
Yeah,
that you guys were going to kill it
He
and
knew
eat
he
it.
was gonna be chicharron. So-
Benny.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Yeah.
some nice benny. We had chicharron that night too, but
Was it him?
yeah, it was him. Cause
Oh man.
we
Goddamn, dude.
they were holding it from my aunt and uncle, and this family bought it off of them. And then we have this Mexican guy who I believe used to be a hitman for the Mexican cartel, who comes and like, my cousin shot it in the head, and then came into the pen. Like the Mexican guy just slipped into the pen, just mad calm, and just knew where to hit it in the throat with the knife, and it just bled out on the floor.
He like cut his nuts off and put it in his mouth and
Yeah, he had
Cartel
war
shit.
paint on his face.
stuff. Yeah. He's lit a pit bull at it for
He
like,
made it. He made a do rag out of the pig skin.
yeah.
I forget where I seen the video, but it was a video. It was cows on their way to the slaughterhouse, and they were freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, it's
Oh, for
so
sure.
sad.
It is.
Yeah,
It
very
No,
is.
it's
sad.
not, because it's a meal.
No,
God
It's
put
still
that there.
sad.
it's not how it's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's not how it's meant. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
like, you know,
You're supposed to kill it yourself.
you're supposed to kill it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be like factory mass. Like, all right,
it's not
here's
supposed
the
to be-
haul of
Yeah, but-
1,500 live animals that we're just gonna like cut into flank steak that someone's gonna buy for $3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that made sense back when the population was like 32. You know what I mean? Like now you have billions of people on the planet, and you need that mass.
No,
production.
but the
Yeah, but I
animal
don't think
can be
people are
killed.
worth it though.
The animal
some
can
people,
be killed
some
with
people
dignity.
are like what are they
Right?
called?
Yeah.
Useless mouths to feed.
Yeah.
And also, like they just have from working in like the food service industry, the amount of fucking food waste that happens, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like I was lucky enough when I was at my last job that one of the dudes had like a homeless guy who we would pack up. I'd pack up all the shit and he'd
give it
get,
to him?
Yeah, he would be like, "Oh my god, the kids didn't like it." This
And he
homeless
would
guy.
go sell it for drug money. Yeah.
I hope not. This guy was very reputable.
He was selling $5
He was a
plates.
reputable.
I saw him on Williamsburg selling $5 plates.
Yeah, no, but he would give this guy like 7 pizzas, like full pizzas.
Well, he'd probably bring him back to his boys, and
Yeah.
they'd all eat.
Dollar
know.
slices.
Yeah.
He'll sell them.
I went on this church one time. I volunteered just for the evening. They had 17 stops they do throughout the city. They would just pull up in a van, stop, and do like by close to parks. You're looking around, you're like, no one's out here, and people would just start like coming like literally out of the fucking bushes. You have
Yeah.
sandwiches, socks, non-perishables, and shit like that. But every stop you pull up, it'd be like there's no one out, and then people would just. They're like waiting.
I'd rather
for the
give
van.
my leftover food to animals in the wild than homeless people.
Why?
You'd rather
Because they
feed a
just-
seagull on the
I'd
beach
rather
than
feel
help
a raccoon,
fellow
a
man.
squirrel, birds.
I fuck with raccoons. Raccoons are mad cute.
Have you
So-
seen that video of the guy on his
Possums.
porch?
Doing what?
He's like, all right, it's feeding time, and he's got like a clear Tupperware bucket full of hot dogs.
There's like 18 raccoons on him.
It's like he gets swarmed by raccoons. To like get them away from the door, he throws like an initial like first wave of grapes out.
Yeah.
And then they just like, and then he goes out there and just sits on a thing with this raccoon. I'm assuming his very fat wife is watching him through the glass
Pissed
door.
as fuck.
Yeah.
And you know what though? After he feeds those raccoons, that raccoon's not gonna go and punch a random lady in the face at the bus stop. That's why the animals deserve that food more than the regular homeless person.
I mean, I've been homeless myself. I've never asked anybody for food. I would just steal it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I've never.
Real Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
How long
I
are you
mean,
homeless for?
why was I homeless?
No, how long?
Oh, on and off for a couple of years.
That's also my
Oh,
question.
wow.
Why were you homeless?
Heroin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Well, no, it's because he was working, as a CEO for a fucking bank firm. He had too much money to get an apartment.
wild.
Wait, so where would you sleep? Like shelter?
I slept in shelters. At one point, I had an abandoned box truck I would sleep in.
Nice.
I had slept outside quite a few times, and then at one point, I had a car when I was homeless, so I would just live in the car
Did you ever sleep in?
every day.
Is it
That's what
No
homeless
job to
people
go
do.
to, baby.
kick your feet up, man? Jeez Louise. I think you're selling me.
Sounds
I
awesome.
did my working in the
I
evening.
think the Yorkville community is about to get a new homeless.
But when I would brush my
Fit
teeth,
right in.
I would just use my finger,
Right. Yeah. That
and
makes
then
sense.
I would baby wipe the whole. My
Oh,
whole,
I'm sure that worked great.
I stunk, boy.
You should have used Mando.
I used to smell my own breath. It was fucking insane. It was so
that's
bad.
rough.
But I never asked anybody for food. I would just steal the food. And then one time I was acting like I was disabled, and somebody gave me $100.
I don't think you were acting.
That I never did again. I would just steal.
Damn.
Yeah.
I sold drugs when I became homeless.
And then shelters are just as bad as jail a lot of times.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Sometimes they're worse.
Yeah.
Like there's fucking assaults. And
I had a racist moment at a shelter yesterday delivering a grocery order.
you delivered groceries to the shelter?
Yeah, not voluntarily. I was getting paid for it. Fuck it.
The goodness of your heart.
No, fuck no.
You're
The
going to try
out of the goodness of DoorDash.
How was the tip? How was the tip on
No
that?
tip. It was it was a shitty tip, but they combined it with another order, so it was worth the money.
Okay.
But when I get there, a little kid comes out. And it's like a big BJ order.
Was this like a family shelter where the kids stay with the parents and all that shit?
I guess so,
All
yeah.
right.
So the kid comes out, and he's like, how am I going to carry all this? So I was like, all right, I'll help you. And as I'm walking up, this dude walks out, and I go to hand it to him, and he looks at me, he's like, and I just laugh. I was like, oh, shit, I thought you was his father. It's just this is another black guy walking out, and I thought he was coming out to help.
He probably worked there.
No, he looked like he didn't work. He had a do-rag on, fucking...
He's wearing a robe.
This is in Long Island?
Bro, Long Island, there's hoods out there.
He was in house slippers.
Yeah, he had Nike slippers on.
Yeah.
But bright, clean socks.
I don't give money to
Excuse me.
homeless people, but I try to tip working people high.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to prevent them from becoming like most homeless people are lost.
You rarely see a homeless person now that just fell on hard times. It's usually untreated mental health or drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that piss me off are like when you get off like the stop at Astor Place here. There's across from the punk store, Search and Destroy. There's just some grime ball fucking like it seems like choose to be homeless guys, and they all have a dog, which pisses me off.
Yeah, that pisses me
Yeah,
off.
because
Too.
dog food is expensive.
They don't give them dog
They don't
food.
give 'em dog
they just
food.
fucking break up like a beef patty.
Yeah, scraps.
They give him like a Jamaican beef patty and then just fucking let it. I'm like, dude, get that dog belongs in a park. When was the last time you took that dog to a park?
see what I'm saying?
You can. You live outside.
You just proved my point.
Yeah.
You saw the homeless guy and the homeless dog, and you felt bad for the dog, not the people.
Well, yeah, because I
'Cause
feel like the
people are
dog,
garbage.
the guy had a choice in his life, and he did the wrong choices that led him to be here. The dog was born and unfortunately found a homeless man, and now they're attached to the side. I felt really. I was coming home from the stand once, and I saw a homeless guy who like got his fucking head bashed, and he was in like the down, and he had a dog, and the vet had to like keep the dog away, and the dog's just like moo moo as they're trying to get him on a thing. And he's like, "I want my dog. Give me my dog back." And it was just like
It was DMX.
Yeah, it was DMX. It was DMX.
Earl.
Yeah.
Give me Earl.
He was like,
Boomer. Not my boomer.
I'll tell you I ain't homeless.
Yeah. That I hear what you're saying, but the dog ends up loving the owner.
That's what I'm saying. It has
Yeah.
no choice. It's
Yeah, the
just
dog
like,
doesn't know any better.
it's the dog's nature to be like, oh, I guess I'm an outside dog.
Yeah.
I have less sympathy for homeless people than I do for comics who get beat up and ask for money. Like you guys are the same.
Now we're talking.
You guys are the same.
I didn't know we could just ask for. I have
A homeless person would even have the dignity to start a GoFundMe after getting
Tristan
beat up.
Dash Bowling on Venmo. If you want to send me like $15,
No, you're not going to get any money from our
No,
people.
only for the trashy bitches we book on.
Yeah,
this.
only Allie gets money from our people.
Damn, why did you have to call it by name?
fuck Allie. I don't even know which Allie you're talking about.
Yeah, no, there's no Allie.
Allie Mae, the best.
Allie Mae.
Yeah, just make a GoFundMe. Lie.
I have a terminal
Or-
illness that is poverty.
Or
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
sell it and I just punch you in the eye as hard as I can.
No, I need a black guy. I'm saying you can't punch
I
hard.
can get a black guy that can punch you harder.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. I think we're getting somewhere.
There you go.
All right, what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, the homeless. If you, on McDougal Street, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. I've talked about it before, but those guys, they choose to be out there, and dude, they have a good group of people to like push around and get money from.
Yeah.
Between the students and the tourists that are
Oh
walking
yeah,
around
the
over
tourists
there,
are just like they give them money just to get them away.
just to get them away.
Yeah. We that I used to work at a liquor store, Columbus Circle, and there'd always be homeless guys. A lot of those guys who used to do like the rent out bikes in
Yeah.
Central Park and whatnot. Those guys are all homeless.
Yeah.
For the
really?
most part. And they come in all day, just buy little nips of vodka all day or whatever.
City Bike put them right out of business, boy.
Yeah, man. City Bike fucked them up.
God
big time.
damn.
Yeah. But the thing is yeah, some people would hand them money. It'd be like, or give them food. And I watch a homeless guy get food several times with somebody because there are all the carts around. He just take the food and he throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
They want money because
want
they
money.
want alcohol. Or drugs.
So I was living in a shelter one time, right? And in this shelter was like more about they don't want you just sitting there. They want you to go to groups, do like workforce stuff so you could get a job, get your own place and get out. So he knocks on the door of the shelter, and the people in the shelter are basically the ones that run the shelter. We clean it, make sure the food is stocked, we make our own food, all that stuff. So he knocks on the door, we open it up. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm homeless. I'm out in the streets." And we're like, "Oh, are you trying to get in here?" He's like, No, I can't do that. He's like, "But I'm really hungry right now." So we're like, "All right, hold on." And then we go down and we bring him a plate of food. And he's like, "No, I can't eat that. I have high blood pressure. No, I can't eat." He's like, "No, I don't eat red meat. I don't eat this." And we're like, "All right, we'll go see what else we got." And he's like, "Nah, can you just give me money?" And we're like, "Bro, we are also homeless."
Right.
And
yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
"Well, I don't understand." He's like, "Y'all did that to yourselves."
This was done to me. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
And then right then, 4 guys had to hold me back from.
Yeah. Dude, I got a young homeless guy in Long Island. I was outside the supermarket, and he's walking up, and like he gets my attention while I'm getting in the car. And as he gets closer, he goes, "Oh, you look like you fuck with black people." And I was just like, "Oh, fuck, he's gonna ask for something." I was like, "Why does he mistaken me for somebody
got
that fucks
the wrong
with black people?"
Nope.
Oh, he found out quick, right after.
I don't know. What about me needs to change?
Nobody ever says that to me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, the way you was wearing your hat, right?"
I was like, "Damn, man, I gotta stop looking Dominican." And then he goes like, "Yo, man," he's like, "I need "Yo, I need some money to take the bus to get to my kid down the block." And then at one point, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was just like, "Yeah, I could give you a ride." And he goes like, he's like, "Nah, man." He's like, I really need the money to get to the bus because I gotta get her some formula and all this shit." And I was like, "Dude, I can't help you. I'm sorry." And then just left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were gonna let him in your car though.
Fuck no. I knew he didn't want the car. I knew he didn't want the ride. He wanted money.
I'll
He's
buy
like,
you
"Can
a
I
car
get-"
right now.
Nah, man.
I'll get you a
Just give me the
job
money.
application.
He's like, "What's that?"
Everybody's always like, "Just give me the money." All right, before we close out real quick,
Where we at right now, Tiana?
we got to be at 50 minutes.
56.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
do
we got to talk
plugs.
about Diddy real quick.
Yeah, let's get plugs out the way first. You
Yeah,
wanna
go
get
ahead,
plugs
Derek.
out
Tell everybody where to find you.
Yo, at Hump Derek. When's this coming out?
I think Friday.
Oh, okay, damn.
Thursday.
All right. If it comes out Thursday, come see me at the Creek in the Cave, headlining. Thanks.
Oh hell yeah.
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna be at the Stand most weekends. You can find me there. Tristan is a comedian on Instagram. Tristan-Bowling on Venmo. If you want to show them, but you fucking put Derek's money where his mouth is. I
Yeah.
will send him none of it, and I promise it will go to hot dogs and alcohol.
Follow me at Derek Drescher, and I will also be at the Stand this month most weekends. I'm back doing
you go.
comedy again. Yeah, Derek Drescher, and then Derek-Drescher on Venmo also if you want to.
No, just me.
My rent is
No.
$3,000 a month. Go ahead, Gio.
Yeah, donate to me too, man, because I'm gonna have a rough week not being able to play PlayStation online. So help me out. It's gonna be a rough week. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I was getting good at hitting, but follow me on Instagram, Geo Perez. July 11th, I'll be at Atlantic City Comedy Club, and tonight I'll be at the Stand doing Frantic. So
Let's
Oh,
go.
God.
Let's go.
Diddy, now back to the man who I called it was gonna beat most of those charts.
I said it too.
I called it from the jump.
Yep.
Once Cassie started opening up her big whore mouth,
And that Punisher guy got on the stand.
Punisher, once she opened her whore mouth, it was
Punisher?
over.
Well, the thing is, she won. She still got the $30 million from when she sued him.
20 million, yeah.
20 million, whatever it
She
was.
should have took that 20 million, shut the fuck up, and went to the back.
Yeah,
She played herself. She played herself going on trial. Taking that to trial made her look so bad.
Yeah.
Because I was on her side before she was on. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. She deserved that $20 million. Now I'm like, if she gets that $20 million, she has to do the same time that Diddy did.
That cross-examination, I'm just like, they're all just sexual deviants, all of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Is that what, like, because I heard that she was like she played a heavier hand than.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was super involved.
It was her thing that she was into.
So she was like kind of we're talking about this on Morning Zoo, but it's kind of like a Ghislaine.
No, the Ghislaine was the assistant.
Oh, really?
His assistant's the one who got mentioned by all the defendants and all the people who wrote statements, but she never got brought up in the trial. Neither did the CIA guy, Fahid Muhammad, or D-Rock, who was his bodyguard. None of them got brought up in that trial, even though they were all mentioned by all the defendants saying that they were complicit. They were working with him.
Okay.
Cassie was just a whore along for the ride.
Well, do you know what?
I will never call it nothing but a whore from now on.
Really?
I don't know. She seems like a nice lady.
No.
I mean, there's two sides to every apple, you know?
Yeah, she was getting fucked in both of them.
Well, it is funny though that like who was the guy that she tried to date, Kid Cudi or something like that, and then like. And then, like, Diddy lost his shit about it, but then he was like, yeah, you can get railed out by 10 dudes at a time. Yeah. But if you try to date somebody else, now we got a problem.
Blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Oh, no, he didn't blow it up. It was just a little bit on fire. I saw the damage. It wasn't that. It wasn't like a fucking, like a
Caitlyn
mafia
Jenner
movie. Yeah, it didn't look like Caitlyn Jenner ran into it or his girlfriend landed on it.
I mean, what's he going to do now, though? I can't wait to see. Has he been set free?
I think he's going to be let out or he's going to get let out. They're probably going to give him time served because I think they can't let him out until sentencing, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to probably give him time served, or at least credit for time served.
Yeah.
Probably have to pay a huge ass
It's been
fine.
a year. He's been locked up for a year, right?
Almost.
Oh, has it been that
Yeah.
long? Damn, yeah.
Because I remember when he was sitting in the park, basically waiting for them to come get him.
Oh,
it was warm out.
He was.
Yeah.
He did that because he's like, I want to get some love before I go to jail.
Yeah.
And he know being out there, people are going to come in, oh, Diddy.
Yeah.
Even though he,
He's going to, like, lay low for a year or whatever and be like, I was in rehab. And then the year after that, he's going to be like, you know what? Kamala 2028, everybody.
Yep.
Let's get out there on the trail.
and
vote.
then, and at the same time, stand up.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a
Yo,
TI.
he's coming into stand up.
Bro, Diddy, I would watch.
That's the move. Every time you get canceled,
If he was
right
at the
to stand
stand,
up. He's gonna buy the stand. What the fuck are you talking about? He's gonna buy every comedy club in the city and just be on every show.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would love that. Just freak offs in the green room.
Oh, my God.
You just be U-Haul trucks of baby oil coming to every club.
You'll walk into the green room of the stand and see Lev Fur covered in baby oil.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You want to be in Bad Boys of Comedy?
Yeah, he
You see
doesn't.
fucking
I mean,
Aaron-
that's Lev regularly every day, just to get dressed.
Yo, Berg. Yo, Aaron Berg. Why you all glistening, bro?
See Jim
tank top.
Florentine in a kiddie pool.
Playing slip and slide kickball.
Yeah.
Even Oscar would walk in and be like, this is too gay
This
for
is
me.
too gay for. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oscar. He don't play that gay.
He don't play
shit.
that gay
He lets
shit.
it be known. All right, that's the episode. Stick around for the uncensored ep coming up.
Oh, this was censored.
Yeah, I was about to say, how the fuck?
Yeah, Tiana, you got work to do on editing this one.
She's like, oh, Dom's doing all that.
She's like,
work.
I ain't doing that shit.
Can I hit the head real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing.